Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 343 of the Level Up program and day number 53 of the Black Belt. If you're new to the program, this is about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table, as well as playing a blue-collar craps style of play. On the YouTube side of things, we got Randy Hill checking in number 1, followed up with the Lazy Dog, Uncle Hoku, Lead'em, Cajun Craps, and Coach Joe. So good morning to all. We got 13 people tuned in right now watching, and we got 11 people ready to play on Crapsee. If you're playing on Crapsee, make sure you click that live tab, and that'll bring you right to the table that we have. And looking at the graph on the Crapsee table that we have set up, we have got, I don't even know how many throws we got set up on already, but if you look at that 9, we have almost as many 9s as we do that big red. So we had 67 9s thrown, 68 7s, and only 53 6s, 44 8s. So I mean that 9 is definitely a strong number with this 2V dice set that we have all set up on here. Anyhow, and the 3s look a little strong as well. But we lost about $130 yesterday on our bankroll, so we're starting off at $14.82 today. We had a pretty rough start on the first 4 shooters. We went 8 shooters, and then the last 3 shooters actually went relatively decent. And we finished up, I think, with a 20 roller yesterday. So we got Wattage Live Craps checking in as well. And we got JR22, and we got Old Man Earl. Good morning. Wattage Life Craps goes, I hope today's the day I'm done chasing my losses. So yesterday, if you would have started off early, we did lose the first 4 shooters, but then after that, we turned it up. And again, keep in mind, guys, I'm shooting from about the 10-foot mark. Right here's the 10-foot mark. And when I set my dice up, I'm actually at 10 feet, 4 inches from the back wall. And the reason I'm so far away is I'm practicing for my Joliet trip, which is they say it's a 14-foot table. I think it's a 13-foot table because we kind of paced it out the last time I was there. But let's get started. We're going to go $15 pass line bet. And 14 people on Crapsee. Let's go all bets set. We got 17 people watching on YouTube. And dice out. 2-1-2-4 is what we're starting with. I threw a couple warm-up throws today, and it seemed to go relatively decent. So hopefully that continues on as we go forward. Dice out. And we got OMC Craps, all the dots and all the spots, midnight. So we have a Craps number for the come on. That's the first Craps number I threw today, even with my warm-ups and that. That is a pass line loser. So we'll come back up on that pass line again. We're down $15 already to start the day. Not a good start. But that, if you are playing the ATS, that is one of the bookends that is usually harder for me to throw. Although yesterday, about 3/4 of the way through the video, I had, actually about 1/4 of the way through the video, I had noticed that if I hit a certain part of the table, that the 6 would show up, or the 12 would show up, and I needed the 12 for the tall yesterday, which we did end up hitting, and I called it, and the darn thing, sure enough, did roll. So that was a lucky shot, I think, but who knows? We'll go all bets set here, and so looking for a point shooter number 1. I kind of jerked that one a little bit when I released the toss, but we have a 5-3-8, a great 8. So let's mark the point of 8 to start the day off. And we're going to go with the 96 cross bet level to start off with here. So Lazy Dog won a free pair of safety boots. I'm not sure if that's reality or if he's just making a reference to that first throw. Who knows? But we're going to go 96 across bet level. It's $15 on that 4-5, 9 and 10, 18 on that 6. We'll take $15 pass line bet for our 8. And the goal here now is to get one number hit. We'll sister press that number and the sister number up 2 units each. and hopefully we'll hit that pressed up bet for a second hit, and then we can come down at a break-even point. If we don't get it on that second hit, that press up number will take 3 hits, and then we'll come back down, and that should bring us close to that break-even point as well. But that $15 pass line bet on the come out will take a little bit of an impact on our budgetary concerns. So that was a double pitch on that left side. That was a single pitch towards us on the right side. So ultimately that was a single pitch of the dice on axis. Dice out. 2, 1, 2, 4. And here we go. And we have a 4, 6, 10. That is Waylon's best friend Waylon and Daddy Joe. So that is a nice little hit for us. That'll bring $27 back to the rack. 4, 6. So that was an explosion of that left die and a implosion of the right die. So that was drift the left of the dice. We're going to go to $25 on the 10. We'll make that a buy bet. We'll go to $25 on the 4. We'll make that a buy bet as well. And we'll call that all bets set. If we set the dice here, so 2, 1, 2, 4. And dice out. And I never entered that in on Crapsee. Oh, I did, but it's not. Oh, it showed up. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking here. 2, 1, 2, 4. Dice out. Ooh, a little bit long on the landing zone. We have a 2, 1, 3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. That's a craps number. Does nothing for us. That is a primary on the left side. And that is a explosion on the right side. So 2, 1, 3 craps. So 1 dice off axis. And again, that was a little bit long on that landing zone. So hopefully that's not a repeatable throw, if you will. Good morning, Brian Flegel checking in. And we'll call this all bet set. 19 people on Crapsee, 17 people on YouTube, and we got Magic Aces. Larry checking in. Good morning, Larry. Nice. I think cross. I mean, we have a 2, 3, 5. The Justice 5. Cross right when it first hit, they crossed on the right one, bounced over the left. So again, we have a primary on the top side on the left. We have a single pitch towards us on the right side. So that was a single pitch of the dice ultimately, which is a safe result. And that's going to allow us to go to $25 on that 5, as well as $25 on the 9. And we were not able to hit their pressed up bets. We're going to have to take one more hit here before we get to that break-even point. So let's go all bets set. Dice out. 2, 1, 2, 4. And here we go. Ooh, a little bit high energy there. And just like yesterday, we did not get out of the shooter with a 3, 4, 7. Ouch. Kind of the trend lately. First 1 or 2 shooters has been a little slim pickings. We had 6 rolls on that 5 quality points. So bet accordingly here, and hopefully this next shooter will be the ticket though to get out of the shooter. So that 3, 4, that was an implosion of that left die and a single pitch away on the right die, which is a warning sign. So keep an eye open on that one. Guess not, says Wattage Live Craps. So again, $15 pass line bet. We're gonna go $5 on the small, $5 on the tall this time. And let's pick up a $2 craps check. And I'm ready to go. So let's go all bets set. I lost $100 on that last shooter. Dice out. 2, 1, 2, 4. little bit high of a bounce once again, but we have a 5-3-8, great 8 again, so we're back on that 8. So the point is 8. Let's mark the point of 8. Again, we're going 96 across. $15 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, 18 on the 8. I'm sorry, on the 6. The 8 has a $15 pass line bet covering it. 2 and 2, 4, and that last one was a 5-3. So that was a double pitch on that left die and a single pitch towards us on the right die. So ultimately a single pitch of the dice. And let's call it all bets set and dice out. 22 on YouTube, 22 on Crapsee, 9 likes, and dice out. 2, 1, 2, 4. Well, a little bit more towards the center of the table. We have another 4, 6, 10. That's Waylon's best friend and weighing at end, Daddy Joe. So that's an explosion of that left die and a implosion on the right die. So that was a drift left, which is kind of understandable because, like I said, we went a little bit more towards the center of the table on that one. So our landing zone was a little bit to the left. We're going to go $25 on the 4 and 10 again, make those both buy bets. And hopefully we can pick up the same number again and get out of the shooter a little bit faster than the last one. So all bets set. 2, 1, 2, 4 dice out. And we have a 2-2 hard for the Ian Double Deuce, or 2-2. Let's go on a cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. So that is perfect for us because that gets us out of the shooter. We actually might be a little bit behind on the shooter because we have the $10 on that ATS. But that brings $74 back to the rack. So actually we do have enough to get out of the shooter for now. So we're going to go $18 on the 6. We're going to go $15 on the field. And we're going to go, so that's 68. We'll go $15 on that 5 right away. So that means we have 74 brought back to rack, 73 on the table. And now our goal is to spread all the way across. By the way, there's a primary on top on both sides. So we'll stick with that 2, 1, 2, 4 dice set. And hopefully that time Wattage Craps did get, Wattage Live Craps did get out of the shooter. So if not, you should have, because that was 2 box hits there. Dice out. Dice are not centered in the fingers. We'll regrip them. And here we go. And we have a little bit of a rollback on that left die, but we have a 3 on that side. We have a 5 on the other side, so we have a 3-5 great 8. And we've thrown that one 2 other times already, that great 8. So that is a consistent dice result. I do not like the action off the back wall, though, so that's one thing that I want to kind of work with. But that was our point, so we're going to be coming out looking for a new point. You did get out of the shooter. That's good. So 2-1. 2-4, that was an implosion on that left die, and that was a double pitch on the right die. So again, $15 pass line bet. We'll call it all bets set here. Looking for a new point. $74 brought back to the rack. And dice out. A little bit long on the landing zone. We have a 6-5 mid-mo-yo. That is sure coming to us from above. So that's an extra $15 that we bring back, which is nice because we only brought $6 back on that last hit, on the point hit. So that's a pass line winner, a natural. Again, $15 pass line bet, and that was a single pitch towards us on that left die. That was a double pitch on the right die, so that was a single pitch of the dice ultimately on axis, and that's a safe result. And let's call this all bet set. Still looking for a point. Shooter number 2, we got Mike checking in, 85 Bears. Good morning. And here we go. It did cross on us. We have a 3-2-5, a Justice 5, so that will be the point. So let's mark the point of 5. And again, we are going to take that $15 off that 5. We'll move that over to the 8. We'll make it look like $18. And we're going to go $15 on the field bet, $89 brought back to rack, 76 on the table. So again, our goal right now is to spread across. Once we get across, then we will take our field off and just start pressing our bets up from there. So call this all bet set and dice out. And we got a 628. That is the great 8. I'm not great 8. That's a Duracell 8. So he says go out support free live craps. Live craps content is what he actually says. And he also says give that thumbs up. So please do so. We only have 11 likes so far, and there's 27 people watching. So let's give it a thumbs up there and show the support here. That was a $6 brought back to the rack. So again, we're going to go $15 on that field bet, $95 brought back, 76 on a table, and all bets set. Dice out. And that was a single pitch towards us on that left die. That was a primary on the right die. So that was a single pitch of the dice. 2-1-2-4. Dice out. A little bit of a high bounce. We have another 5-6 mid-mo yo. So that has shown up a few times so far here, and twice so far out of 14 rolls, so 1/7 of the time. The 8 is the hot number today. Normally it's the 9. We have not thrown a single 9 yet at all. Double pitch on that left side. That is a single pitch towards us on the right side, so single pitch of the dice ultimately. 2-1-2-4. That 11 brought us $15 back because of that field bet. So let's pick up $15 on the 9. We'll keep the $15 field bet out there, and we'll call that all bet set. Dice out. Ooh, weird bounce off the back wall. The dice did cross on it, and we have a 4-4 heart 8 square pair. I do not like that action off the back wall. So kind of went in a little bit flat, I think. But that's an extra $6 brought back to the rack. And we have 116 brought back. We will have 91 on the table after we put that field back up. So we're into profit, $24 on this shooter so far. Again, 2-1-2-4. That last one was a single pitch away on the right die, and that was an explosion on the right die, which is a safe result for the cousin 1 set. So all bet set, dice out. little bit shorter in the landing zone. We got a 6-3-9, the center field 9. That is a perfect hit for us because that's going to pay out double. That'll pay out on the 9 as well as on the field. So now we can come down off that field because we'll have all the numbers across covered. And all we need to do is get the midnight. And if we can get the midnight, that'll be the tall as well. So we've now got 106 on the table, 152 brought back to the rack, and now we're just going to start trend betting upwards. That was a single pitch towards us on that left die. That was a single pitch towards us on the right die. So that was a primary on the back side. So 2-1-2-4. And this is the longest we've used the cousin 1 set on this 2V so far. Normally we switch over to that cousin 2 set already. But we got all bets set. Dice out. Ooh, a little bit long again, but we got lucky. We got a 3-3 hard 60 double Degen. So double Degen's coming out to play. Everybody says you always have a little bit of Degen in you. I disagree with that comment, but anyhow, we're going to go to $30 on that 6. So we're going to bring some back to the rack and we'll press it up 2 units. So we're at 30 on the 6, 15 on the 4, 9, and 10. We got 18 on that 8. And I'm not going to really analyze that one because that was kind of a weird landing. I don't want to repeat that one at all, even though I will take the results. And all bets set. Dice out. And we have another hard 8 square pair. So we're throwing some hard ways today, something I normally don't do a lot of. So I want to see if we can hit that midnight. That would be nice. We need 2 and 3 for the small as well, but we'll go to $30 on that 8. So we'll increase that 2 more units. 194 brought back, 130 on the table. And we're at 1576 for our bankroll today. So if we can bring back another roughly $74, then that will put us at goal for the day. 2-1-2-4. So that was a single pitch away in that right die. And that was an explosion on the left die. So single pitch away with an explosion on the cousin 1 side is a safe result. Dice out. And we have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So now we are left with just the bookends. I need the bookends, and we'll hit either the tall, small, or the all. So that is no help for us on that one. Good morning, Buckeye Slim checking in. So Buckeye Slim put the challenge out on John's channel that they're looking for somebody to play the King of the Hill for the Crapsee for a Cure tournament. And Buckeye put the challenge out that he will go up against 2 people. They normally are looking for 1 of each. So if you're interested in going up against Buckeye Slim, make sure you let John know. The only stipulation is that you have to be able to attend the Crapsee for the Cure in Las Vegas for the finale of the competition. And remember, that's going to be on October 19th of this year. So all bets set. And dice out. And we have a 156. That is the KitchenAid mixer. So that might get us pretty darn close to that goal. Let's see where we're at with that. So 156. And that put us at 1611. So we're still short a little bit. We got Danny Puckoff checking in. Good morning. So let's go to $42 on that 6, another 2-unit increase. So we have $15 on the 4, 9, and 10, 42 on the 6. We got 30 on the 8. That was a single pitch away on that left side. That was a double pitch on the right side. So ultimately a single pitch of the dice on access. Sticking with the cousin 1 set, 2 on 2, 4. And all bets set, dice out. Slightly long, we have a 415, and that would be the trucking camper. And that would also be our point. So we hit the point. We'll be coming out looking for a new point again. And what we're going to do is we're going to pressure that 5 up to maybe $25 when we get a new point established. So we're going to stick with that $15 pass line bet. All we need is the bookends here in order to get the ATS one side or the other hit. 2, 1, 2, 4 is a dice set. That last one was a explosion of the left die and a explosion of the right die. So that was a double explosion, which is not a normal occurrence with my throws. Okay, Lazy Dog, have a great day. Rebuilding a pump, he says. $15 pass line bet, all bets set here. Dice out. We're up to 34 people watching. That is awesome to see the numbers constantly going up every day. That is very satisfying for me, and it makes me honored to see that. Dice out. Ooh, that left die jumped over, and it is a come out, a 437 on a come out. So unfortunately, that resets that ATS. But that is a pass line winner, a natural. So I guess that's the time for that to come out. I am not going to go back up on the ATS. We have 249 brought back so far on this shooter. Stick with the $15 pass line bet. We got 2, 1, 2, 4. And that last one was a, again, explosion on the left side and a single pitch towards us on the right side, which is obviously a warning sign, so we'll keep an eye on that. And all bets set. Dice out. Looking for a new point. And we have another 7. Wow, 527 this time. So now we are going to switch over to that cousin 2 set, because that is another warning sign. 2 warning signs in a row is not a good thing. So we're going to switch over to the cousin 2 set, which is the 2, 4, 2, 1. But that was a pass line winner, another natural. So 264 brought back. We're at 1646. And I am going to pull my bets down, guys, because that is goal for me. I'm $4 away from goal. I'm totally cool with that. But I'm going to keep on shooting for all of you. So 2, 1, 2, I'm sorry, 2, 4, 2, 1 is what we're going to go to. We're still on shooter number 2 for the day. And we'll call that all bets set and dice out. Dice they cross on us. We have a 4, 5, hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. So 5 or 9 is usually my hot number for throwing, but today we've only thrown 2 of them. Wow, okay. So that was an explosion on that left die. And that was a double pitch on the right die, which is a safe result for the cousin 2 set. So we're going to stick with the 2, 4, 1, 4. So I'm sorry, it was a single pitch away on that left die and a double pitch on the right die. So a single pitch of the dice. And we mark the point of 9. We'll go all bets set here. Dice out. And we got a 5-2-7, ouch. So the roll comes to an end. We came off the table just in time. And we're only 30 minutes into the program for the day, so we got time for at least 1 or 2 more shooters here. And that was a 19 roller, 48 quality points. That was enough to recover all the money that we lost, that $100 that we lost on the first shooter, plus enough to make our goal for the day, which is about $160. So I am really happy with that. And we're going to call this all bets set here. So get your bets in. We're going to stick with that 2-4-2-6 dice set, I think. But we're going to watch for those warning signs because they're starting to show up a little bit more often now. So we had 3 7s out of the last 4 rolls. The last 2 rolls were that cousin 2 set. The 2 7s prior to that was all cousin 1 set. If you're new to the program, the cousin 1 set is the 2-1-2-4 for the 2V dice set. And if you look at that, the front is a 1 on the left side, and the inside is a 1 on the right side. On the front of the right is a 4, the inside is a 4 on the left. That's the cousin 1 set. If we go to cousin 2, it's going to be the exact opposite. So 4 on the front on the left, on the outside is the 4 on that right. 1 on the front on the right, the 1's on the outside of the left. So the cousin 2 is exactly opposite cousin 1. All bets set here, dice out. And I'm not doing any betting now. We already made goal for the day. Dice out. A little bit high energy. We have a 1-5-6. That is a KitchenAid mixer. So let's mark the point of 6. And that's an implosion on that left die, as well as a double pitch on the right die. So that is a safe result for the 2-4-2-1 die set. Get your bets in here so we can call it all bets set. And dice out. A little bit of a rollback on that left eye. We have a 6-3-9 center field 9. So if I had bets on that, would be hit number 1 for me. And then I would pressure up to 5 and 9, but we don't have any bets out there right now. We're going 2-4-2-1 for the dice set. And that last one was a explosion of the left die and a explosion of the right die. So that was a double explosion of the dice. All bets set. And we got a 3-6-9 again, so 2 9s in a row. So that would be enough to come down on our bets and get to that break-even point if I would have been betting, because that was a pressed up number for us. So we would have a little bit over $51 brought back to the rack just off of those 2 hits. In fact, we would have $56 brought back. And that'd be enough to go into my field betting strategy that I would normally do. So. But anyhow, we'll go 2-4. That was a single pitch towards us on that left die. 2-1, single pitch towards us on the right die. So that was a primary in the back side. All bets set here. Dice out. These are really tight all the way down the table. We have a 3-3 hard 6, so hard ways are showing up a little bit more often today than what they have been the last few days. That's going to be a single pitch towards us on that left die. and a explosion on the right die. So single pitch towards us with an explosion on the cousin 2 set is a safe result. So 2, 4, 2, 1. And we'll call it all bet set. They saw 27 people still playing on Crapsee, still at 30 on YouTube, 18 likes. Make sure you give that thumbs up on your way out, please. Dice out. Both of them kind of hit the back wall kind of weird and low. The left one really flew out. 6, 4, 10. Waylon's best friend weighing it in. Big Ben. So let's mark the point of 10. And we're continuing on. Shooter number 3 here. 2, 4, 2, 1. And that one hopefully is not repeatable, the last throw, because of the way they came off the back wall. We have a SOR right now of a 10.0, SRR of 6.02, come out 7s so far. Yesterday we didn't have any come out 7s and we threw the dice 54 times. That was kind of unusual. I've been averaging 1 or 2 come out 7s normally per session. Dice up. Again, a little bit flat on the dice. We got a 4, 5, 9, hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. So our normal strong number is starting to show itself now. Where we start off the program today, we really didn't throw many 9s at all. So we would definitely be in profit on this shooter here. But again, we are not doing any betting. We had made go on the second shooter for the day. So good morning, John. And we'll call it all bet set here. Dice out. 2, 4, 2, 1. Veered off to the right. Hit the mixing bowl here, guys. 1, 6, 7. Ouch. So that roll comes to an end. And we're going to go with at least one more shooter, possibly 2. Again, we're trying to get the rolls in before we go down to Illinois at the end of this month. And that was a 6 for the first roll, 19 and a 7. The roll quality points on that was a 17, so that was a little bit better than that first shooter. And that was a 1, 6, so that was an implosion of that left die. And that was a single pitch towards us, which is a warning sign, so we'll keep an eye on that. 2, 4, 2, 1. Get your bets in here, and we'll call it all bets set here. Dice out. And this is going to be shooter number 4. Dice landed almost on top of each other. We have a 5, 3, 8, the great 8. So let's mark the point of 8. Tonight is my last night of work for the week. It's been another long week at work. So 2, 4, that was a double pitch on that left die. And that was an explosion on the right die, which is a safe result. So we're going back with the cousin 2, 2, 4, 2, 1. Make sure you guys check out John's channel today. I do not think he's going to be doing his coffee run. I don't know. You're not doing any shows at all today, John, because you said you have some interviews this morning, I think. And if that is the case, good luck with your interviews, my friend. We wish you the best and hopefully success in any of those interviews. Dice out. Ooh, they did land on top of each other that time. 2-2 hard for Ian Double Deuce. 2-2, let's go on a cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. So the dice are sticking really tight together these last couple throws here. Super tight together all the way down to the end of the table, which to me is not what I want to see. I want to see just a small bit of separation, but that does surprise me that they're sticking so tight for 10 feet throwing distance, actually 10 feet 4 inches away. So 29 people still playing here, and we got all bets set. Dice out. And we have a 2-4-6. That is a Kevin de Carpenter 2x4. I think that's the first 2x4 that we've thrown today. That's normally a number I throw a few times when I'm tossing the dice, especially with this cousin or the 2V dice set that we've been throwing the last few days. 2-4-2-1. That was a primary on the left side, a implosion on the right side. So that was a safe result with cousin 2 sets. Buckeye's asking if I'm practicing for stick left 2 on a 14-foot table. I would say yes, because I measured out. It's probably about position 2 to 2.5, stick left 2 to 2.5 on a 14-foot table. And if they would allow me to have stick left 1, that would put me about where I normally practice on a daily basis. So good question. We'll call it all but set. But again, moving that 1 foot away from where I normally throw is a huge difference, and it took a little bit of adjustment. I think we're starting to get it down comfortably now. As far as the energy levels go, as I say that, we got a 5-2-7. Damn it. Oh my God. That's a warning shot. We're going to go back to 2-1-2-4 set, the cousin 1 set. That's 5-2. But I noticed yesterday my first 4 shooters at this distance, just that, again, that 1 extra foot makes a huge difference. And those first 4 shooters, it was almost like I was forcing the dice to go down to the table. But as I got warmed up and as I got more rolls in yesterday, it actually got to be a lot more comfortable. So this will be our last shooter either way. Let's hopefully we can get a nice long roll again so we can get those statistics up. The SOR and the SRR were pretty decent just a little bit ago. So we'll call that all bets set here. And let's get at least another double digit or more here. 2-1-2-4. And here we go. Dice did cross on me. We have a 2-6-8, the Duracell 8. And he says, go out and support free live craps. And what else does he say? Put it in the chat what he says. And again, that's gonna be a primary on that left side. That was a pitch towards us on the nope, that was not. That was an implosion on the right side. So that was a safe result. 1 dice off axis. And all bets set. Dice out. And we have another 6-2-8 Duracell 8. So that is a repeat dice combination. And that is a Buckeye buckshot. So we hit the point right away. And we will have to come back out again on this shooter and set a new point. 2-1-2-4. And again, single pitch towards us with an implosion of the dice. Safe results. And we'll call this all bet set. 27 people on Crapsee, 35 people watching on YouTube, 19 likes. And they out. And we have a 5-4 hard 9, Big Daddy Max. So let's mark the point of 9. And that's a double pitch on that left die. That is a single pitch away on the right die, which is a safe result. Ultimately, single pitch of the dice. Buck, buck, buckeye, buckshot. Boom, he goes. So we'll call this all bet set. And dice out. 2-1-2-4 dice set. A little bit long, a little bit to the right. We got a 3-1-4, and that is the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So 3-1-4. That is the first 3-1-4, first Big Joe for the day. All the rest of the fours have been that Ian Double Deuce or the 2-2. Let's go on a cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. So Brian says playing craps to win a free cruise. 2-1-2-4. All bet set. Six, 1, 7. So that's going to be the end of the rolling for the day. Sevens are showing up a little bit too often for my liking. But we did make go on that second shooter, and true blue collar crap style, we came down. We did not do any more bets at all, and that's what you have to do. It really is what you have to do when you're at the craps table sometimes, especially when it's a hot and cold table. So let's go look at our statistics for the day. The 9 did come out a little strong at the end there. The 7s were about expected, and the 8s were very strong today. So that's interesting that the 8 is actually the strong number. Excuse me, I got to tickle my throat. Anyhow, we have an SOR of 8.2 today. We have an SRR of 5.9. 2 come out 7s. We have a 19 as our long roll today, and the rest of the rolls are either average or subpar. Box numbers a little bit better than expected today. Instant numbers a little bit better expected. 4s and 10s are a little low. Come out 7s are normal. Horns and fields are low today, which is not normal for my 2V dice set. And hardways were coming on strong. And let's look at our black belt statistics. This is through the end of yesterday. Through the end of yesterday, we had 2,077 throws for black belt. And that brings us at an SOR of 9.84, an SRR of 6.53, and a BSR of 6.92. And if you look at our come out 7s, are averaging about 2.24 sevens for come out per shooter. So it's kind of an interesting statistic. Check the chats here. Thank you, Buckeye. Thank you, Larry. I'll be down, probably coming down on May 31st. I'm going to meet up with Coach Joe really quick, and then I'll be at the casino at Juliet one a little bit later in the day, and then we're going to be playing probably a good part of Saturday. I know that Big AZ will be coming in on town on that Friday the 31st. And he'll be leaving, I think, either Saturday night or Sunday morning. Not really sure with that, but looks like everybody made a little bit of a profit today, so that is a good thing to see. But hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Hopefully everybody comes back tomorrow. Have a great day today. Be safe and be prosperous.